Welcome. Today is February 28th of 2024. We're in the boat shed, and this is going to be our update. As you can see here, got some more plywood in, and that's going well. Next up, I got going to have to move this support. I'll put another one in place first. I don't know if I'll put something up that direction, or probably. I think I've got a little bit shorter one that might be able to go under here or back here. One of the two, but I'll have to put a new support in here before I can get this next piece in. And as you can see here, I've only got two pieces left to put in. And we'll have this side done. Which, yeah, woohoo. We got another 4 months or whatever, 5 months we'll spend working on the other side. But, yeah, this is going all right. I guess the only issues I've had when I did this sheet yesterday, when I put this sheet up here, I had a little problem with the pumps on my epoxy dispensers. I didn't realize that the hardener, the first couple pumps that I did of the hardener, the pump was getting a little sticky, and I was concerned that I got the improper ratio of epoxy to hardener. It's a 3-to-1 mix, and I did 4 sets of pumps, and after realizing after the first 2 sets that my hardener pump wasn't rising all the way to the top, I gave it about 2/3 of a pump extra after I finished pumping the 4 sets, because I was afraid I was short on hardener. And epoxy is pretty crucial that you have a very, very close to 100% accurate ratio of hardener and resin. So that 2/3 of a pump seems to have been just about right, because this stuff is set up nice and hard already in less than 24 hours. So yeah, I guessed right there. I got lucky. That would have kind of sucked if I'd have had to pull that out of there somehow and redone that. But anyway, so we're good to go there. I've been doing a little more work inside, and I went Monday, I guess it was, picked up some more supplies, more lumber for the work in here. It was 71 degrees, 72 degrees actually, on Monday afternoon, and then Tuesday afternoon it was 12 degrees. Yeah, okay, so here I've been working on this cabinet some more. You can see in here. In fact, last night after I got this shelf in, I loaded the cabinet up with some stuff just to get my tools and stuff out of the way. And you can see what's going to happen here. This side here, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a shelf here, and then we're going to have one up at the top here and one up the top here. And this center part is going to all be open, and that'll be a hanging locker. You can put, you know, stuff that needs to hang in there. Coats, you know, you got some slacks you want to hang up or something, or whatever it may be. But like a vacuum cleaner, an upright vacuum cleaner, if I want to have an upright vacuum, can put it in here. Anything else that's a little bit longer. But yeah, this is going all right. So I've got enough lumber to finish this out now. And you can see there's a face piece down there, and then I'll put face pieces on these 3 uprights here, and then I don't know, except I'm not quite sure on doors yet. If I decide to put split these doors or just 2 big doors, I still don't know yet. And it doesn't, or I could put 1 door for each cabinet if I wanted to. I don't know, but I'll just have a door that comes across here, and you know, probably 2 doors at least on each side. How I decide to break those up, I don't know. Maybe a door down here and then one up there. I don't know. But this is going all right. It's again putsy work, like that down there where I'm trying to meet the bottom of the hull. that was an absolute mind boggler what to do there. You know, I wanted to keep some ventilation in there, and I may put even more ventilation in still, but in between those corners where that falls, where that wood falls on the hull there, on the planking, there's pretty good sized gaps in there, and to allow some air to flow through there. Yes, it would allow things to fall down into the bilge, and that was one of the big debates I had. I thought about even just putting like some heavy hardware cloth across the whole thing, some stainless steel, excuse me, hardware cloth, and then not putting anything real heavy there. But of course, that would have been the kicker then with just hardware cloth. You'd have had decent ventilation, but you'd have had no ability to put anything heavy down there. And actually, lower in the boat, you want to put heavier things. And I was thinking like some of my cookware and stuff. Like I've got a big cast iron Dutch oven, you know, a cast iron skillet. Those big heavy things could go down here. That would be a good place for them. Keep that weight low. But yeah, so with just hardware cloth, that wouldn't have worked. I thought about putting fabric on there too, you know, like sailcloth or you know, whatever heavy duty fabric across there, and that would kind of allow it to settle in. Wouldn't have allowed for very good ventilation though, and again, you couldn't put things real conveniently onto fabric. It would have been lighter weight stuff. So I decided to put these little offset pieces of wood in there to keep the surface level, so you could put something bigger on there and heavier, and if it slid back, that would be fine. It wouldn't hurt anything if it slides all the way back up against the planking there. So that's what I wound up doing for there. And I have not screwed these down yet, but I will put some screws in there to help hold those pieces in place. What else is, this is pretty much, you know, I built the two side pieces out of 3/4 inch plywood for strength. And I was going to put 3/4 inch plywood for the shelving pieces also, but I decided it probably wasn't necessary. It's plenty strong. It's not that big of an area. It's plenty strong with 1/2 inch, and I've got a whole lot more offcuts of 1/2 inch that I can build with things like this. But and then this is all 1x material that I used to frame it up, and I glued and screwed all this this 1x material on here, so it should be quite strong, and it is quite strong. But that'll actually help support the boat too. Creates another knee surface or 2 knee surfaces in here. It helps to support the deck. Yeah. And then back here, I think I've maybe talked about this before, but when I build my cabinet to enclose the refrigerator and freezer here, it's going to have a countertop on it. And I was thinking too about bringing a beam up here to help support the deck in the middle here. So give these deck beams a little more support throughout the boat. This is the only area that would be large enough to be of any concern whatsoever. But yeah, you can see it's going to be nice storage area. A lot of area in there. And I went and measured all of my kitchen appliances and things that I might want to store in a cabinet like this. And I made these big enough to handle anything that I've got. Smaller things, I don't know if I'll put them in like a tray or something that I can kind of pull out a little bit, you know, or if I put fiddles in here or put some bungees across here, whatever the case may be, to keep things from falling out. I'm going to guess that I might put some, like I said, some little flat plastic trays of some sort in here to kind of keep things separated and keep them together. For smaller items anyway. The bigger stuff, you know, can be set in bungeed or whatever. But because they are pretty good sized, you know, shelves, and if you don't have enough stuff in there, it's going to slide around, so it's going to have to be retained somehow, at least, you know, when you're at sea. But you can kind of get an idea what's going to happen here now, and yeah, there should be a lot of nice storage. If you think about all of this storage here I've got with these two cabinets, all the storage I've got down here in this one below, and then under all the storage under this settee here, plus drawers over here, and then whatever I've got under these cabinets here, or cabinets under the counter here. There is gonna be a lot of storage in here, and then under the sole in here, I've got storage. A lot of storage in this first one here, this first bay here. So yeah, there shouldn't be any great need for our lack of storage. It's gonna be. Back here, talking about storage, I'm thinking about making some, once things are done in here, making some maybe plywood pieces that come down here with a lip coming across the front here, and then having all of these things here kind of as putting maybe totes or whatever that'll fit in there, and then they're held in place by some plywood dividers coming down, and that'll give me a lot of storage back here too, because I got both sides I can do that on, not everywhere, but a good percentage of it anyway. So that'll be storage for in the engine room, and then all the storage here in the galley. We should be in pretty good shape. But that's all I've really been up to this week, getting more plywood on, getting this stuff worked out, and this bucket here, I've spent 2 or 3 hours probably sitting on this bucket staring at this surface over here, trying to decide what I wanted to do with it. And I think this is going to work just fine. Yeah, I don't know. It's, like I said, it's always slow going. Every shelf has to be patterned, with that 1/4-inch plywood and, this stuff here. And I got to go up and down, in and out of the boat, and take the patterns down and transfer them onto plywood and cut them and bring them up and fit them. And yeah, it's slow going, but we're getting there. So yeah, that'll be my update for the 28th of February.